Research Break on KXLM, your leading source of research news in the Twin Cities. With Emily Wilson, Jenna Washneski, Trudy Saxelby, and Willow Rogers.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Rehabilitation can help people with MS achieve their physical, social, psychological, and vocational potential, but studies are needed to convince both doctors and insurers. Fortunately, the National MS Society is leading the way.
That's right, Jenna. Restoring function in people with MS is a big focus area for the National MS Society's Research Now campaign. And that's why the Society is funding studies that pursue new techniques and treatments to restore neurological function and enhance quality of life. One recent example is an innovative study that identified a rehabilitation technique that increases memory and brain activity in people with MS. As you may know, cognitive changes are common in people with MS, and certain functions are more likely to be effective than others, such as memory. In this small study, learning and memory improved in people with MS through a technique that uses stories and imagery to enhance learning. For the first time, the improvement was accompanied by a biological change in the brain. These changes indicate stimulation in the brain areas related to memory and learning. Further research might help to develop therapeutic strategies to increase learning and memory in people with MS.
What a fascinating study. As a television journalist, I must say the stories and pictures are really important to me as well.
Tell me about it.
On a similar note, another study targeting two other pesky MS symptoms, fatigue and impaired balance. This was the first study that examined the effects of an exercise program involving balance and eye movement training called vestibular rehabilitation in people with MS. The vestibular rehabilitation program included balance exercises on various surfaces, arm movements while kneeling, head movements on a trampoline, as well as head movements while fixating on different objects, and ball catching while walking. The vestibular rehabilitation program also included 3 types of eye movement exercises.
Okay, I'm no scientist, but hearing about these exercises is actually making me dizzy.
I know, right? But believe it or not, this 6-week program did in fact improve balance, reduce fatigue, and reduce disability due to dizziness in people with MS. Larger and longer studies are needed to determine how long the benefits last and which people with MS would most likely respond to the training program. But overall, it's definitely promising.
Absolutely, Jenna. Thanks for that report. It looks like the National MS Society is working hard to restore function and improve quality of life for people with MS. I'm looking forward to hearing about these and other promising studies.
Well, that wraps up our show. Thanks for joining us on tonight's edition of
Research Break.